What's up, fellas? Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time coming, my name is Adrian Wynn, and this is Win Styling. All right, so you see the thumbnail. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. I'm going to be covering 3 mistakes that some of my short guys be making whenever they dressing themselves. So let's get right into it. The first one that a lot of people make, and this is something that I've made as well: baggy clothes. Just stop wearing baggy clothes. I've done this for years. Matter of fact, when I was in school, in high school, middle school, my mom would always buy me these clothes that, was just a lot bigger than me. And she would say, don't worry about it. You'll go ahead and grow into them. And I thought to myself, like, okay, like it's boosting my head up thinking now at some point I'm going to get a growth spurt and I'll be taller. I was probably like 5'6", 5'7" at the time. I'm 25 and I'm currently 5'8". So obviously I didn't really hit a growth spurt. My dad, he's like, 6 foot, 6'1". So I was thinking that maybe there may be some potential there, but obviously not. And I just ended up wearing a bunch of clothes that were too big and too baggy. And all it did was just it just emphasized how short I was. If you have baggy clothes right now, I'm not saying throw them away, but if you have them in your closet, go ahead and invest time and effort and energy into finding a tailor and spending your resources in getting your clothes tailored. So this is how it looks whenever you wear baggy clothes. Think about it as a silhouette. If you have a big top, a big bottom, just big and chunky, right? It's going to make you look short. I said I'm 5'8". If anything shorter than 5'9" is considered short in America. I've from experience, whenever I wear like big and baggy clothes, it just made me look like I'm wearing my dad's hand-me-downs. Just go ahead and get your clothes tailored, especially if you have lean frame. You don't want to put yourself in the category to where, underneath all the clothes you're lean, but it's like nobody could be able to tell because how big your clothes are, and then it makes you look a lot shorter. That's not setting you up for success. All right. So that's number one. Stop buying baggy clothes or wearing baggy clothes. Number two, stop wearing high contrast colors. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about when you're pairing your outfit. So let's say, for example, I have a green shirt, like a green top, and then like some purple bottoms, right? Let me give you an example. So I got these two shirts right here, right? If I were to wear, let's say, this shirt on top, right? And then I had like these color pants at the bottom, like some burgundy pants at the bottom. Now, if you look at this, like just looking at the colors, it blocks it off into two sections, right? So if I'm putting this on myself, it's going to make me look like, I'm broken up into two sections, and it makes me look shorter than what I actually am. I'm 5'8", but with this one, I might be looking like I'm 5'5", 5'4". You know what I'm saying? So if you're wearing clothes, you want to make sure that you stay with a color scheme that's analogous or monochromatic. Now, let me explain the difference. Monochromatic is when you take the same color, but it's in different, shades or tints. So let's say, for example, I wear a khaki shirt, a brown overcoat, khaki chinos, brown boots. Now, all of those are the same color, but it's in different shades and tints. And if you look at the color scheme on the outfit, it's going to make you look a little bit more elongated and just put together. Let's get into analogous. Analogous is when you take different colors, but that are closely paired together. So right here is an example of a color wheel. Now, if you look at this color wheel, you want to stick with clothes that are like, let's say, 3 colors within the same category. All right, so I'm gonna give you an example. If you have purple, blue, and like a mixture in between them, those are a good combination to be able to have. So if you have those, that could really set you up for success. But me personally, I would just say stick with a more monochromatic look, or dark colors, to be able to elongate your silhouette and just make it look put together whenever you have it on your outfit. All right, so that's number two. Stop wearing high contrast colors. Number three is don't wear accessories that are not proportionate to your body. Now, I've seen this before. I'm gonna give you watch for example for men. So I've seen some folks like, my height and everything, 5'8", have a, physique similar to mine, like a body type similar to mine, and they wear like these big watches, these big diesel watches, and it's way too big for the arm, the wrist, and everybody knows it. And the same thing for like the neck. Like, let's say I have like on a huge Cuban link or like a Flavor Flav chain. Like that's not a good look because all it does is just draw more attention to, wow, like I got on these big accessories and it makes me look even smaller. Whenever you get accessories, or if you already have accessories, just keep in mind that you want to choose the options that are proportionate to your body. This wristwatch that I have, this is proportionate to my arms, my wrist, my hand, everything. This is a good look right here if I were to have a chain. I'm not the one to do like a huge Cuban link. I would have something that's like closer to to the composition, that's visually appealing whenever I'm putting it on, instead of drawing attention to how everything look big on me and I'm just looking small. All right. So those are my three must haves when it comes to looking a lot taller. You want to make sure that you get your clothes tailored. That is number one. You want to make sure you have the right fit so it can be able to complement your silhouette. All right. So number two, don't wear high contrast clothes. Make sure that you have clothes or pair clothes together that are less contrast in colors. And three, wear accessories that fit into your body type. All right. So those are the three things I know for myself. Um, my mom, she was always the type of person to like buy me clothes when I was younger, and she'll get them so much bigger. So like, let's say my waist size is like a 30, 32, and my length is like a 29. So she'll buy me pants that's like a 32, 34, and she's saying, "Don't worry, you'll grow into it." And I always thought to myself like, okay, like that's building my head up to think like, okay, well, in a few years, maybe when I'm a senior in high school or maybe a freshman in college, that I'll be able to grow into my clothes. But obviously that never happened. I have other friends who were able to hit growth spurts and get taller, have longer legs, maybe a longer torso. They went up in the size, but I just ended up with a whole bunch of clothes that didn't even fit me. Like it was just so big, I never grew into them. It was a season where I did gain some weight, and maybe I was able to fill some stuff out a little bit more than others, but relatively everything was so big that I wasn't even able to fit in them. And when I did wear them, it just showed me how much more shorter I was. When I wore pants that were a size 32, 34, obviously if I'm a 29, 30 in the length, it's going to be a huge break at my ankles. And it just shows like I'm wearing my dad's, clothes, and that's not a good look if I'm trying to, look taller. The width of it and the body of the leg or even the arms of some of the coats that I wore, jackets that I wore, pants that I wore would just be so wide and wouldn't even fit my body that, again, it just made me look like a little kid. So that made me kind of insecure for a lot of years, that I wasn't able to have clothes that really would fit me and was true to size. I didn't even know about a tailor until maybe junior year of college, and that's a long time of, middle school, high school, and even some of college. I'm just walking around in clothes that don't even fit me and feeling like I'm, really, I am short. That doesn't have anything to do with my height, but still like emphasizing how short I am and not really dressing to my body type and my size. But I would say that this shouldn't stop you from, being comfortable in your own skin and who you are. Again, I'm 5'8". I'm not getting any taller, so there's nothing I could do about it. So I had to live a life that is comfortable in who I am in my own skin. And I would advise to do the same thing for you. Now, this video is just in light just to show you if you're trying to dress, for a little bit more height. This is just showing you instructions on how to do so. But again, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you live a life that is comfortable and true to who you are in your body. All right. If you like anything that I said, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.